Hello people, welcome back to another episode of Relating Me and You and Me through YouTube, and here I am with another video which is actually a little bit of gyan. Now whether you're a beginner or you're a professional, if you love makeup, these tips that I'm going to show in this video are going to change your makeup game for good. Like they're really going to change it. I have struggled with makeup for the longest time. Like I felt I did really good makeup by learning from YouTube obviously, but in real life the makeup doesn't look good. I don't feel ashamed committing it that in real life the makeup that you see on the YouTube is not as good. Sometimes it can look cakey, it does not look perfect like it sees on camera, but these tricks I have learned through time. I have learned in my journey of like 5 years or so that I have been doing makeup for, and this is what I've learned. Now I don't want you to struggle, so here I am providing you all the gyan, all the important tricks that you need to know to change your makeup game. So without me much blabbering, because we have a lot to talk about, let's just directly get into the video. Let's begin. I have all the tricks written right here so that I don't miss anything. So when I'm looking down, don't wonder what I am doing. I'm just going through the tricks that I want to tell you guys. Make your work more convenient. Yeah. So the first thing or the first trick that I want to tell you is how you can get a nice, plump, beautiful, moisturized, healthy, glowy skin overnight. I know it sounds little crazy. You cannot have healthy skin overnight. That's true. But if you have some important function or some important event that you want to attend and you don't have time to take care of your skin, you can follow these few simple steps and that would do the job for you. So what you have to do is, first thing is you have to scrub your face. I use chemical exfoliator. You can use a physical exfoliator if you want, but use this step only if it's been 5+ days since you have scrubbed your face. So first step is going to be exfoliate your skin, cleanse and exfoliate your skin really well. Okay, now when that's done, make sure you apply a nice toner. Many people skip toner all the time, but I think applying toner makes a lot of change on your skin. You might not see it visibly on the initial days that you start applying toner, but gradually with time you'll see the kind of changes that it brings to your skin. So yeah, toner. And then apply a serum which has humectants in it. Now humectants are the ingredients that take moisture from all over environment, and the moisturizer that you are applying, it absorbs all that moisture and gives it to your skin. So your skin is going to have the maximum moisturization. What I use is Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, and it has changed my skin game. Like it has changed my skin game for good. So I use this Estee Lauder one night serum. So when I apply it, and then on top of it I am going to apply a moisturizer. I use this Rice Ceramide moisturizer by Face Shop. Mixing an essential oil, I mix rose essential oils by Nykaa, mix them really well and then apply it on my face, and then I am going to massage it for a minute really well. Now when you're massaging it, don't drag your skin, because that's just going to speed in the process of aging. We don't want that, so don't do that. Just have nice massage on your skin. And then last step that I do is I use this Dot & Key sleeping mask. This sleeping mask, oh my god, it's so hydrating, and if you follow these steps, the next morning you are going to see your skin feeling so much better. Like I'm not saying that it will overcome all your texture or acne or anything like that, no, but it is going to make your skin look glowy, plump, healthy. Okay, that is what I mean. So if you want to have that routine, overnight routine for the special event, you can follow this routine and look absolutely stunning. You have absolutely clear, beautiful face next day. Second tip that we are going to talk about is nails. Now generally if you see my videos, I don't have my nails done. Like I don't have my nails done because I feel it is a lot of work for me to put a nail paint on, manage nails, and make sure that my nails are looking nice and beautiful and just taken care of. So I think that's too much work for me, so I don't do it. So what I like to say here is that you either do it well or you don't do it at all. Like if I'm having my nails like this, they are cut at least, you can see they are cut, and they don't have any nail paint that's chapped or anything, right? They look like neat, clean, taken care of. So that's still fine. Like it's neat, it's clean, it's taken care of, it looks nice. But if you apply a nail paint and your nail paint is removed, chapped, and it's not looking that nice, because it looks like you don't bother to take care of yourself. Now this third step is going to be for all that ladies out there who watch my videos and who feel that their skin is looking saggy, that skin is looking aged. So I have come up with something, or I have understood over time something about my eyebrows that have made my skin look much more younger. Now understand one thing, that eyebrows are going to make or break your overall look. Okay, so when you have nice groomed eyebrows but still your skin can look saggy or old, I would say. So what I have done is, generally my eyebrows are till here. Okay, they are long, they're really long, like from here till here. Now if you see, I have cut down most of it, I have shaved most of it. Yeah, it comes till here. So there's quite considerable amount that I have shaved, because what happens is when it comes here, it starts drooping your eyes. Okay, so your eyes look like saggy, as I would say. So when you're shaving it, what I have done is, this is the peak of my brow, this point right here. So I've just kept a little bit after that point, which makes it look more lifted. So when your eyes are lifted, automatically your skin is going to look lifted, because this point right here suddenly starts looking lifted because of not having that much length. So I've started shaving it from here and they are looking so much better. My skin is also, next important step is about eyebrows, is about looking younger. So you please take care of your skin after doing your eyebrows. Like when you have done threading, or you have waxed your eyebrows, or you have shaved your eyebrows, whatever you are doing to groom them, make sure you take care of them after that, because your skin becomes very sensitive, and because of extreme pulling and extreme threading or plucking, your pores here open a lot and your skin becomes very loose over time if you're doing this continuously. I'm not saying that in one go, but over time it is going to affect your skin. You will see your eye, this crease region drooping because of continuous threading, pulling, and all that stuff that you do to your brow region. So you should be taking care after doing shaving or whatever process you do. Make sure you take care of it. Now I have a vlog where I've told how I take care, because it's an process to take care of your skin, and it's an important one, right? You can't just neglect your part. You do grooming now and then you don't take care of it, and later on you'll regret doing that by not taking care. So go to that vlog, check out how I do, like how I take care of my skin. You can do what you want, and take care of your skin after shaving your brows. And fifth trick, now this is again about brows, but trust me, this is the last one about the brows. This, I know many people feel that shaving your brows or threading your brows is absolutely important. I agree, it is very important because your face looks well groomed, it gives more structure to your face, but it's not necessity. If you are that person who feels too much pain, who feels too much work, and who feels that they can't do it, that's okay. You can still give your brows a very nice shape without threading or shaving them. I have a video, I will link it here, to show you how you can shape your brows without threading, without shaving or doing anything like that. Just an eyebrow filler and concealer is all you would need, and you can do that for yourself. So if you are that person, you don't need to cut or shave or thread your brows. Just follow this. And next is just follow a routine. Now I have told this initially also in so many of my videos that you need to have routine for yourself, and please don't make your routine watching YouTube videos, because my skin can be very different from your skin. So whatever routine you want, please try and test the products on your skin type, buy the products according to your skin type. Now I might recommend, Estee Lauder Night Repair serum, but if you are young, if you are 16, 15 or 18 or rather 20, you don't need that serum. That serum is, when you're 25 plus, or when your skin is aging, that is when you need that serum. At initial stage, at teenage, you don't need that serum. So whatever you are buying, buy according to your age, your skin type and your skin problems. I have pores, so I use primers, I use toners which are pore caring. But if you don't have pores, you don't need that kind of toner. Find a toner that suits your skin problem. So whatever routine you have, make sure that is according to your skin problem. Okay, don't just follow any random YouTuber. I mean, yeah, I don't say that YouTubers are saying you wrong. No, YouTubers do a lot of hard work and lot of research before putting out products and tips and tricks here. So, but make sure that whatever routine you are following is for your skin type. That's all I want to say. And seventh trick, I have seen a lot of people that when they have special occasions, when they have something special, a wedding or any special event to go to, they buy new products and they put on those new products and then work. Sometimes, why am I burping so much? Sometimes those new products can just prove disastrous for you. So whatever you are using, makeup wise, skincare wise, or anything like that, just use the products that you've already used. You know how it behaves with your skin, you know how it is going to react with your skin, and use just the trusted ones. Don't go for new ones. Don't make that mistake. Please don't make that mistake. Don't try a new product like a new foundation or a new lipstick. Use the foundation that you've already used. You know how it sits on your skin, you know how it looks on your skin. So don't go for new products. Now it's winter and we know liquid lipsticks are the one that stay for really long. When we use a wet lipstick, it's not going to stay as long. When you drink or eat something, it's going to go away. But there are these liquid lipsticks like the Huda Beauty ones and even the Maybelline ones. They're really, really, really nice. So but in winters they can prove to be little drying. So use this one simple trick, that when you are using a liquid lipstick, apply a nice balm, like even the Vaseline would do for that matter, and nicely massage it into your lips. Okay, don't just apply balm and apply a lipstick over top of it, because no, it will move your lipstick. So massage it really well and then take off the excess just by rubbing it like that. You don't have to go all out. Just rub the extra and take off the extra and then apply a liquid lipstick over top of it, and it would not dry your lips, it would not make them chappy. I have the driest lips in the world. Like my lips chap so bad, and especially in winters. So this is what I do. I apply a lip balm and then massage it really into my skin so that it is well moisturized. I keep it on until I'm doing my face, and when I'm done with that, I massage for the one last time into my lips so that whatever moisture is there, it seeps into my skin, into my lips, and then take off the excess and then apply a liquid lipstick. That way your lips are never going to be dry. Trust me, never ever. And the 10th and the final trick is about hair care. Now I suffer with huge frizz problem. Okay, huge frizz problem. My hair goes very, very, very frizzy because I stay in Mumbai. Humidity, moist weather and all of that doesn't spare my hair. So what I have come up with is that if I have time overnight, I mix my serum, any hair serum that I have, and mix it with my conditioner and nicely apply it across the length of my hair. Okay, I'm going to apply it, let it stay overnight, and the next day morning I'm just going to shampoo my hair, and my hair are going to be absolutely frizz free. I am not exaggerating. Okay, I am not exaggerating. It actually helps your hair become so much less frizzy. There's no static in your hair, or there's no frizziness in your hair when you follow this routine. One simple step, you just have to mix your serum, hair serum, with your conditioner and apply it across the length of your hair. And when you wash it in the morning, just with the shampoo, you don't need to do conditioner again, don't need to do anything else. Wash it with a normal shampoo and then come out, and when they are wet, apply the serum again across the length of your hair, and you'll feel the difference. Your hair will feel so much soft, and they will also be frizz free. And guys, those are the 10 tricks that I would like to share with you. If you like any of them, if you try any of them and you feel was helpful, please drop it in the comment section below for others to know. And also, if there are any tricks that you know and I have not mentioned in this video, please mention them also down below so that I can try them and put it out here. Yeah, until next time, take care. Tada!